Today we're going to be exploring some of the best views in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or at least our favorites. If you have spots that we didn't cover in this video, feel free to let us know in the comments. Alright guys, so we're at location number 1. This is North Domingo Baka Park, one of my favorite parks. And the view, as you can see, is fantastical because it has the Sandia Mountains in the background. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge park. I mean, there's tons of room to walk, play, bring your dogs. And one of the cool parts is that you have views of the east looking over the Sandia Mountains, but you also have views to the west, which kind of overlook the city. And this would be a great place to catch some good sunsets.
Yeah, you can see some of the biggest mountains like Mount Taylor. Well, the biggest mountains in New Mexico. Like Mount Taylor and some of the volcanoes out there. Tons of room. You can play all sorts of like sports here at the park. They also have tennis courts and
pickleball courts.
And is that what those are? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Location number 2, another park. As you can see, it's quite windy, but that's just because it's spring. Seriously. Okay. This park, again, has good views of the mountain. I would say even better views of the mountain than North Domingo Baka, but that's just because it's a little closer. So everything looks a little bigger.
Yeah, you definitely feel a lot closer to the mountain. It's like literally, what is it, a couple miles away, but it feels like you could just touch it. You could touch it. On the other hand, there is less things to do here than there is at North Domingo Baka, but it's still a great park. Lots of grass. Granted, it's not super green right now. Wait till summer, it'll get a little bit more green. But there's a play set over there. There's a track over here, and it's a big dirt circle, which is great for fitness if you're into that. If you're into running or jogging or walking your dog. Lots of benches and trash cans. I used to come out here and play soccer with my friends a lot, so it's a good place to do that too. Great views. And there's a walkway.
Great place to just come for a walk and enjoy the outdoors.
There you go.
Alright guys, welcome to location number 3. Unfortunately, from this spot you can't really see the Sandia Mountains. Just kidding, they're right here in all of their glory. They're huge, they're gigantic. That's right, we hiked up to this spot, not very far, only a couple minutes, but this is on the very east side, northeast corner part of Albuquerque, and it's like we're in the mountains pretty much. And as you can see this way, you can see pretty far. So yeah, you can see pretty much all of Albuquerque. It's really easy to get up to this spot. It's really beautiful. There are plenty of hiking trails you can walk up right here in the mountains. It's honestly a prime spot and really fun time to just come up here and hang out.
So next location, we are here at High Desert Park. Look at this beautiful
This beautiful view.
Look at this beautiful place.
Big surprise, mountains in the background.
They're everywhere.
You can see them from everywhere. No, but this park is really nice. It's you got lots of grass. We did an Easter egg hunt here. That was fun. You got basketball courts, play sets, tennis courts. It's pretty enclosed also.
It's kind of, it's off the beaten path. So, unless you know it's here.
Yeah, unless you know it's here, there's not going to be like 1,000 people here.
Right. Tennis courts, basketball court, little play set area, playground, and lots of grass.
And of course, you can't forget the view. All right, guys, next location. We are at the Bosque, next to the Rio Grande River here. Now, you may be thinking, this is in Albuquerque, but it is. It's crazy. The terrain looks totally different from most of the city. Yeah, here we are, surrounded by trees and water. Well, the water's on this side, and sand, dirt.
Sand. Lots of sand. Yeah, the Rio Grande is really cool to just come out here and just spend some time and relax. It's very peaceful out here. The Rio Grande is a 1,900-mile river that flows pretty much all through New Mexico, and it's actually the 5th longest river in North America.
Wow.
Did you know that?
That's pretty long.
It is cool. So a lot of people come out here, they kayak down the river, paddleboard, or even just float down the river. And it's really cool to come here and kayak during the balloon fiesta in October, because a lot of times the balloons come right over the river and you get some great views of that.
It flows right next to Balloon Fiesta Park. We will admit the river water is a little brown, but if you can get past that, then you can just come out here and have a fantastic time with your family and your friends.
The Bosque is really cool because you're basically surrounded by cottonwood trees. When you're right next to the river, you're surrounded by a lot of sand, and the closer you get, the softer the sand gets. But when you go out a little bit more, when you go out a little further there along the Bosque, there's miles and miles of hiking and biking trails, and a lot of people love to come out here and just spend time in nature, enjoy the scenery, and get a little exercise in.
Yeah.
Cool.